All right, hey, what's up? Good morning, hey Sheila. What's up, Casper? We got the morning crew. What's up, DeJor Young, Susan? Get ready to do our Monday morning weather chat as we watch a cinnamon bun spinning through the the eastern U.S. So we'll let Facebook do its thing. We'll say hi to Louie. There's our boy. He's already snoring this morning. So, hey, what's up, Wyatt? Yeah, man, Tampa got hammered last night. Man, we had rains. I took some cool video looking towards Tampa Bay. Slow-moving system. We've had some serious rain this morning already in Charleston, South Carolina. Several inches have fallen. 6+, I think I read 7+ inches. So there's your morning fix to Louie. Of course, we got our waking up with Louie. We have not named a new dog yet. Becky, it'll never stop. North Carolina is the new Amazon. Right, buddy? All right, so let me show you Louie 2.0. We have yet to name the guy yet. We cannot figure out a perfect name. We took him to the softball field this week, and everybody fell in love. There he is. Say, what's up, buddy? So there's a new one. Then we'll start talking weather here. 2 pounds. 2.2 pounds. Look at. It's Louie's little brother. Look how little he is. He's already an awesome little superstar. Right? All right, cool. Yep, good morning, Coneheads. All right, what's up, Deuce? All right, cool beans. Yeah, let me show you a picture on my phone real quick. I sent to Julie this morning. So they were sleeping together this morning. This is so cool. Look at that. Look at that. Best buddies already. All right, so we took yesterday off. We got a little bit of weather to talk about. Yep, Emily, he's good to go. Thanks. Yep, we got cleared by the vet. Luckily, we took him last Wednesday, and so far so good. He's jumping right into the scene. All right, so here's the weather. Let's see. First and foremost, we'll say hey to our ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, our Facebook Live sponsor. Let's take a look, see what kind of cool picture they got, and then we will get right into the weather, and I'll see what you guys are chatting about. Tropics are quiet. The only thing we got brewing right now, a little bit of low pressure, possibly setting up off the Carolina coast, and you can see it kind of right now. Let me show you. Here's a cool shot. I saw this yesterday. So there we go. We'll open up the show with our ABC Fine Wine and Spirits photo of the day. That was a rainbow. There's always a rainbow. There's always a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. So there you go. Big thanks to ABC. So, all right, let me close some windows down here. There's my chat room. There's Weather Underground. Weather Underground is disappearing. I'm thinking about putting a chat room on the site, so I'm researching all that. All right, so we got spinach. All right, so here's the scoop. Let's go to my page. We'll take a look at everything. First and foremost, there's no tropical activity. That's good. So we're going to keep this kind of short and sweet. Good news, right? Good news. This time of year, typically middle June into June, very, very slow. Lots of shear. Pretty interesting map here. Here's your weekly temperature anomaly map, and look how much the Gulf cooled down in just a week with Cristobal churning up all that cool water. So this will come back quick, but interesting to note. Water cooled down a little bit in the Gulf. Won't stay long, but that's your weekly observance of sea surface temperature anomaly. The other map is the heat potential map. This one's way hotter than normal for the Caribbean during many analog years that they're looking. A lot of people are comparing this year to 2005. And if it pans out or not, this is way hotter than it was in 2005. So I did a little tidbit, but that's how deep the hot water goes. So things are warming up in the Western Caribbean. We can look at the shear map, and this is a combined map showing shear and dry air. Got a big plume here. Check this out. Coming off of Africa right now. Major outbreak of African dust. Right on top of that tropical wave that I showed this morning. But this is very typical this time of year. You know, you want to see high pretty colors. Pretty colors mean very low chances of storms. What's up, Katie? Let's see. Classes in session. Pouring here. No clue. IBM cut weather funding. Yeah, Wyatt. Good point. I heard that. But I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to add a chat. I like their chat thing. I think I'm going to make a chat and just have it linked to my page. And I already started looking today, costs and stuff. I like reading everybody else's comments. So, yeah, it's done in just a couple weeks. It sucks. That was my go-to chat room to chat weather. The only thing about Facebook, it's temporarily. I don't know if they got their date on here. Anyway, let's see. It's going to shut down like June 22nd, I think. So, if you're Weather Underground people, guess what? It's going to be gone. Sayonara. All right, so there's that. Let's see what else we can look at. Shear's pretty high. So here's in the short run. Here's the radar. So lots of rain this morning. That was the big news. Came up through Charleston. Now it's moving northward. So this general area we've been talking about for a long time. South Carolina, North Carolina, a little bit into Virginia. So the next 3 or 4 days, we're going to have high rain chances again. It's like Forrest Gump. And let me show that video clip. Yeah, Mark, I just showed that, buddy. It's very impressive. It's an upper level low. Let's take a look again. Very impressive. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. Really can't see. It's more in the water vapor loop. Here's one of them. That's the upper level low. Look at it. You can see it spin. It'll go up to like 240 frames here, and you can really see it start to dip, start to spin. Here you go. Starting to spinach. That's upper level. Big spinach. You can really see it on mid level. Really see the spinach. All right, so what's that mean? Well, all it's doing, a couple things. One, it's pulling up this tropical moisture that we talked about last week. So we have a tropical moisture down here getting pulled up. We have a little coastal low setting up here that's going to actually maybe get a little highlight for the NHC. We'll see. Dry air is dipping into Florida. See the yellow? Cooler temps. We talked about this last week, so you definitely got some cooler temps out there. Nothing earth-shattering, but as far as cooler goes, we're in the 60s, and look at that, 60 Jacksonville. So that's that high pressure spinning that cool Canadian air down. So when you get these big low pressure, upper low pressure, high meaning high in the atmosphere. It's a high low pressure. So it's spinning down cool air. Look at that, 60s, pretty cool, huh? It actually felt dry here at home. Actually, I let the dogs out this morning, and you could feel it. It was a little dry in the air. So that's why it's happening there. So it's a cool morning, right? So let's look at some flooding potential. Here's your 5-day rain outlook. Carolina hammered. Been talking about that a long time. A little bit of Virginia, a little bit of South Carolina, but main focus is Carolina. Flood potential map today, Carolina coast. Unfortunately, tomorrow it's even more into lower Virginia, more Carolina. That's tomorrow's flood potential map. Day 3, let's take a look at it. And still a little bit more on day 3. So all the way through midweek here, we got low pressure spinach, bringing up the rain chances. All right, so let's take a look at, we got a little color here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Tropical colorage. What's up, Linda from Maine? Lightning Louie. Yeah, I'll show you Lightning Louie. That was a pretty cool little video. Did we do Facebook Live on that? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So there you go. Look at that colorage. Unbelievable. And I have to tell you my Surf Shack story. I'm never one to complain, but I'll tell you in a little bit. Had a bad experience at our favorite restaurant. It really hurt my feelings. I felt very sad last night. So anyway, there's a little tropical. Okay, so we'll go to tropical tidbits. So right now there's nothing officially forecast. Like I said, Nothing to stress about. But, we go to tropicaltidbits.com, and I'll show you what we've been very consistent the last several days. This is kind of a cutoff front. We got a dead front here dying out. Where are we at right now? So here we go. Well, this is not a very good one. I don't know why they cluster all that together. So now we've updated the site on live TV one time. There we go. There's our live. So it's right. This is the U.S. right here. A lot of L's, a lot of H's. But anyway, there's a old front, cutoff low pressure developing here off the coast of South Carolina, and this is pulling up our moisture that we were showing last week. So looking at GFS, you can see the little bit of low, little guy, kind of like little Louie 2.0. This is Wednesday, just a little low, nothing to stress about. Could have a little rain. There's the rains coming in through Wednesday. This is Wednesday. So there's our low. Obviously, counterclockwise spin. That's why the flood map's going up a little higher, because as our low goes a little north, spinach shoving in that warm Atlantic Gulf Stream energy. So fortunately, this is Wednesday morning. We still have some pockets of rain into Virginia and Carolina. And then our low slowly moves northward on Friday. This is a big broad low, so the rain chances are definitely going to be there Thursday, Friday. But by Friday into Saturday, it should be gone. That's the good news. So let's show you the other models, because the CMC is showing a little chance for maybe development. It's no biggie. But if it gets a circle, then all of a sudden it's going to be all over the news. Everybody's going to be coming to the site, and they're going to be worried. And then people that have been coming to the site are going to say, "No, man, we've been talking about that for a week. It ain't nothing to worry about." So here's CMC. Look at that. It's really cool to watch this, though. So here's our wave. This is last Friday. So all this energy kind of gets pulled up. And here's our front dying out right here. Boom, right off the coast of Florida. This is tomorrow. Then this little low pressure system. Little guy, like Bob Ross. It's a little guy. It's a cute little guy. Little happy face. So this is, nothing to stress about. And then if you go to the Euro, kind of the same thing. Very weak low Wednesday. So that's that. No biggie. I don't want to keep harping on it. So development, very unlikely. Could get a yellow circle. But as far as wind goes, we have a lot of boaters that check in. Doesn't look like a big wind event, which is good news. There it kind of closes off. So the peak of it might be sometime around here, let's say. But it doesn't look like a lot of wind. So a little coastal wind. Nothing out of the world crazy. That's Wednesday. So, tomorrow tomorrow might be the biggest as the wind's set up into it, but not seeing any crazy wind predictions, so that's good. Not a huge wind event. We can see the upper level low here. I wanted to show this earlier, but this is pretty neat. This is a Knoll School site. This shows you the upper level low spinning here at the jet stream level. Look at that. So that's that big spinach we're looking at in the upper atmosphere. Not tropical. But when you get a lower level, 1,000 millibar, look at that. Here's a little guy right here. So we already got a little low level spinach. And this will get the boundaries here will help fire off some convection when these two kind of bump into each other. So something to slowly watch. Anyway. What's up, Brock? Yep. Don, I know you guys are like the rain capital of the world, the new Amazon. South Florida's threat too. I saw earlier today they're talking about storms again. It's probably an everyday thing now until October. NWS Miami. Let's take a look real quick. They were highlighting. We got a marine statement in Okeechobee. But here is water. Look, that's pretty neat. Water spout hazard today. Look, pretty moderate. That's pretty interesting. That's a new graphic. That's pretty interesting. So this is through today till tomorrow. I'm gonna have to save that one. I'm gonna have to copy that one. So there's your water spout threat for today, South Florida. Let me retweet that. So that's where the big, here we go, another one. Active day across South Florida. Strong to severe thunderstorms and flooding here in Miami. So South Florida, let's take a look at long range or short range radar through the day. I like to look at the high resolution radar. We can get a look into the future here on the rains. Let's go to the U.S. just to get a good idea what's cooking. Here's all that rain: Carolinas, Virginia, South Florida rains. It's through tonight, so that's a hot spot. Look at that. That dry air is coming down into Central Florida, so the rain threat for Florida, Central Florida northward, very low because of that dry air. So going to be drier days here, a couple days for Middle Florida north because of that dry air. But South Florida, right on that boundary, storms. This is going into tomorrow. There's that low pressure spinning. Here's tomorrow morning, and more of the same. So rains today, other than maybe tad bit more into South Carolina. It's going to start drying up for South Carolina soon, but the big stuff's Carolinas, a little bit into Virginia and South Florida. So there's that. So what else is good? Hey, what's up, Colleen? Yeah, man, everybody's predicting a bad hurricane season. I mean, bad meaning a lot of storms. There's no way to know for sure if these things are going to actually hit land or not. That's the one thing you always remember. There's no guarantees. Here's we'll just keep it right here. This is that Weather Nerds. It's got a great satellite imagery. This is that wave down here. No mention from the NHC on this. So no worries. It's just, this is the time of year, these waves. Middle July is typically when we start getting an occasional Cape Verde type system. This is a little farther north or south. They need to usually be 10 to 15 degrees more when the ITCZZZZ line goes up. So it's a little too far south right now, but you never know. We've seen them clip down in Aruba and stuff. So we got that little low spinach here off of Azores. We actually had a lot of fans chime in that said that they had rain and they actually watch us in the Azores. So there you go. There's Azores spinach. Little low that popped down from up north. Little lightning in there. So they're getting some stormy weather. So anyway, what else is good? Hey, Mirtha, what's up, Whitney? Yep, still early for that line. The line will start moving a little farther north. It was great to have some fans from the Lesser Antilles chime in to talk about this ITC, the Intertropics Convergence Zone. But when it moves up north a little bit, these tropical waves now become a little more juicier, 15-degree mark, let's say, and that brings vital rain to the Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean islands. So big part of nature, tropical waves here. Look at, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tropical waves. But a lot of sow, a lot of dust. And a great dust map here shows that. This is Bay News 9. Look at that. Poof. And our little system's right below it. But that is the main development region. And this time, this July, August, when we start to see this kind of dust, is good news because it'll start choking out these African waves that come across. So, but it goes in spurts. Like you'll get this big plume, and then we'll have a little break, and then a plume. So what'll happen is we'll get a couple systems get destroyed, but then we'll have a little break in the dust, and we'll get this little rubble system in between the two dust plumes, and those are the ones you got to watch. Florence 2 years ago was able to find a little pocket of moisture. So it's not the all end all for tropical systems, but definitely one of the prohibitors. This is probably one of the biggest prohibitors right now. The MJO forecast showing an extremely dry air setup here coming across. So a lot of articles today. I saw weather.us was talking about why we're in a lull for the Atlantic side and when to expect a peak. And everybody always refers back to the MJO, which is a pulse of energy that goes through the middle atmosphere, and it actually enables or prevents thunderstorm activity. So when we're in a dry pattern, the air sinks and creates a drier atmosphere, basically. And then green is a more favored enhanced stage, and it actually allows more thunderstorm activity uprising for convection. So that's what we had with Cristobal. We were in the green, so that's why we saw all the blobs and squalls, but we're in this little dry pattern now until 19th, 24th, toward the end of the month, and then toward the end of the month, we'll start to see an enhanced stage of the MJO coming around. You can see it kind of pulses through the earth here, and then we'll have a pretty decent setup here going through the July. So That's why we're in a little lull right now. In fact, you can even see it on the long-range global tropics map here, even showing drier, below-average rainfall across Central America. This is next week. So, other than what we're seeing now with this juice, we should be in a little lull for at least a week. So, anyway, that was some good coffee, man. I was rolling. I actually sounded like I knew what I was talking about. Because I got a good night's sleep. All right, I got to show this Louie video everybody's talking about. Let's go back to our weather page here, and I'm going to show you a cool little video while we see. What's up, Sammy? Post to my page, whatever you want to look at. Yeah, Vicky. Alberto, yes. Way up there. Hail. Hell yeah. All right, so here's a cool one. This was last night. I didn't get any good. I don't think we got any lightning with this one, but I was looking towards Tampa, and I just wanted to brag how how Louie can. Oh, hey Jim. Oh, thanks, the owner. Well, yeah, I don't want to rant. I'm gonna rant. All right, so we're at Surf Shack. Go there. 2-3 years. Tons of people go. Tons of softball team. They know us. We spent a ton of money there. So we pay our bill last night. It used to be kids eat free on Sunday. Not like it's a big deal. It was $9, 3 of us. The bottom of the receipt says kids eat free. So my wife goes in and she says, "Hey, you guys, didn't take the kids' meals off." And all of a sudden they start arguing with her. "Well, how long have you been coming here after coronavirus?" And she's like, "I don't know." And she goes, "Didn't we tell you there's no more specials because of the coronavirus?" And my wife says, "I don't remember." She said, "Well, if we told you, then that's a verbal agreement that you should know that we're not honoring any specials." And well, then why is it on the receipt? And in the meantime, you go to their Facebook page. Last week, Taco Tuesday returns last week. And you look on the sign on the door, everything has drink specials, happy hour specials. Those are all specials. But because the receipt said kids eat free on Sunday, we're all of a sudden treated like assholes. And I was really bothered by that. Like, why would you argue with a customer? So I gave her $20, and I'm like, that'll be the last $20 you'll ever see. If you're going to argue is over $9 and your receipt says kids eat free. And I never leave reviews, but man, it really pissed me off, man. There was nobody else there. We spent a couple $100. People wonder why small businesses go out of business. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I don't care if he responded. She just treated us like we were beneath her. Like we should have known not to ask. Like, how dare you ask during these times? Like, well, you'd be thankful. You know what? The first restaurant we went to, when the restrictions were lifted in Florida, the first restaurant we went to was there. The first night. First week. Heck, no more about that. I really a pretty easygoing guy. I don't really ever complain, man. Anyway, it was on the receipt, Bobby. Yeah, it was on the receipt. Kids eat free Sunday. And we were like, cool, man. It's back, And all my wife did was ask. And then she snipped at us for asking. Like, we should have known. It was a verbal agreement that we don't do this now. I'm like, okay, well then take it off the receipt. I don't care. So I gave her $20. It wasn't even about the money. It was about whatever, man. All right, enough of that. So, whatever. She could have just said, "Oh, thanks for pointing that out. We didn't even know it was on the receipt. Don't worry about it. We'll take it off." Would have ended that whole thing. I don't want to read comments now. I don't want to get fired up. It really bothered me. It just hurt me because we support a place so much. And then she had the nerve to say, "Oh yeah, we know you guys. We make sure we keep plenty of Miller Lite in stock, and we remember they needed propane one time for the heaters, and I actually went to Publix and bought one for them." And anyway, all right, all right. So anyway, I left the waitress. I gave then she didn't want 20, so I just gave it to the waitress. It wasn't the waitress' fault. So, Bobby, look, let's talk weather. No more turtle talk. Look at Bobby. Look, we got color. That's something nobody's talking about, right? Look at that. Little percentages. Um, let's check out our experimental probability map. We haven't looked at this one in a while. I would think maybe. Nope. Let's look at the UK. UK was showing a little. UK was showing a little bit of tropical low off the Carolina coast. We'll see. A little bit. See, a little teeny weeny guy. So that's midweek, Wednesday, Thursday. But no biggie either way. It's not going to change anything. It's just we might get a yellow circle. Then we'll have mass hysteria on the media. Here's tropical. Why? This is why meteorologists are watching the spot off the Carolinas midweek. No, this would be a great headline. Forecasters expect one of the busiest hurricane seasons of the year, as more Cat 5 hurricanes seem to be plaguing the Atlantic season. We are now watching a new system that just developed possibly off the coast of Carolina. Hey, Thomas. Nope. All these long-range models are showing that system dying off. But, you know, as our friend Bobby here says, sometimes you have to watch these things in real time. And, you know, a little bit, but, yeah, pretty unlikely, obviously. But you never know. It could get a little yellow circle. You know, yellow circles are people too. They have feelings. Why isn't this thing loading here? Oh, the page is all jacked up. But, you know, a little vorticity. There's a little spinach with it right now, actually. But it's just too much. There's just way too much shear out there right now. Lots and lots of shear. It's right underneath the shear, actually, but I don't know. It's too far south, maybe. But you can see it. It's pretty potent on the windy map. I mean, there's definitely something going on down there, especially on the middle levels. 700 millibar. There's trying to get a little spinach going here. Look at that. See, you can see where this you know. So it could get a little mention from the NHC. I don't know why it wouldn't. All that big dust is to the north, so it's a little disturbance, and it looks pretty healthy on satellite. Kind of see it here, right here. But we'll see if we can hang on. A lot of times these things look impressive, and then 12 hours later they're gone. There's just see these upper level winds coming toward it, so it'll rip it apart. So more than likely it's nothing, obviously. Look at Bobby. I'm very disappointed in you, Bobby, by the way. Look at this. I put Bobby's water vapor loop right here. You'd never noticed it. The day I emailed you for your water vapor loop, I put Bobby's water vapor loop. So there's Bobby's water vapor loop. It's a big one. Let's see. It takes a little bit to load. I like this water vapor loop. So I added it. It's Bobby's water vapor loop. High resolution water vapor loop. And you can get a good feel too where the dry air is and the upper level winds. And this right here is going to clash it though. Look at that coming like a freight train. Anyway, all right. Hey Ashley, what's up? What's up, Whitney Bubbles? I see what you guys are saying. Anything? This Carolina rains is all we're watching this week. Maybe a little NHC mention about it. Maybe not. Maybe 10%. I don't know. Yeah, we could put kick-ass. Water vapor loop. Pigeon Forge. Hey, what's up, Dale? I don't think so. Next week, as far as what? Next weekend? Is that where you're going, Dale? Ruling the roost. Yeah, I don't know. Long range. We can look at some blah, blah, blah. I always go to Euro, I guess. We can go GFS too. GFS isn't high resolution long range, but we can still get a sense of any weather patterns coming. This little low is staying high, so that's good. You know, just like that, it seems like we're out of tornado season. Little front next Monday, Tuesday. Then I always confirm it with the Euro. I don't see much, man. This little low will keep things kind of high. Little Texas rain brewing. Look at that. We got. So when we get the jet stream farther to the north, we have less shear develop in the south, and it looks like a little low pressure trying to pull up here into Texas. This is a week from Wednesday, 24th of June. That's when the MJO starts looking a little more positive. So you know what? I meant to show that too, by the way. So I saw that this morning looking at models. Long range, let's take a look real quick on the GFS. So a week from Wednesday, we're looking. Big high, big low to the north. And yeah, you can see a little bump down there. This isn't maybe nothing tropical. But the one thing to note is that the long range look at the Pacific's definitely starting to become active down the road. So while we're in a dry pattern here, you'll start to see the Pacific start to get juiced up more and more. See that? There's a wave, 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 there's a wave. So when the Pacific starts firing up, typically, there's another one. All that Kelvin wave moves over to the Atlantic side. So when the Pacific's hot, typically the Atlantic's not. So the next stage of the tropics is the Pacific's going to start firing off some energy. That's going to enable our side to get going a little bit more towards the end of June, possibly. And if you look at some long range stuff, let's take a look. Starting to see coupled itty bitty. So that was so that's kind of showing up 10 days out. So there's a few ensembles showing what we were just looking at. So could be the next spot to watch. That's a week plus, so that's a long way away. But it makes sense. See all this Pacific action, then we start to get some. So you long range model lovers, a week from Wednesday, we could start seeing maybe a little more juice here pulling northward, but too far away to panic on that. Yeah, we can look at Murtha. That's a good point. We can look at the history of, if I could ever find a link. All right, let me go through my tradition here, trying to find links. So I have, see, this is a sign of a drunk donkey. I have past tracks, I have history, then I have storm history. Now, I could not be less clear on that. And I went through this the other day. Oh, past. Then I have this map. No, that's not the one. Darn it, where the hell is it? See, I did not do the same thing. So it's not that one. Past tracks. Nope, that's not the one. I got to do a better job. Not that one. See, then I find it somewhere else. This kills me. I always do this. Oh, you know why? It's not there. It's right here. So I have 3 links here. I have a past tracks link, a history link, a storm history link, and the link that I try to find every time I do a live is not even there. It's over here under tropical cyclone climatology. That makes sense. Put it somewhere else. This is what you're asking, Murtha. So, so here's all the storms from 1851 to 2015. You can see almost, well, not almost, no storms in the Atlantic have ever formed the first part of June. All of them have been right here. I love this graphic or site. So then you go to the end of June. Well, here's 11th through 20th. This is where we're at right now. So June 11th through 20th, last 180 years. There you go. There's a history. Caribbean, obviously. Tails of fronts. So nothing in the Atlantic. So if we were to get something out here, it'd be the rarest of rarest things on the planet. All right, so then you go to the end of June. Here's toward the end of June. Look, we got one Lone Ranger out here. This guy is the only one. Exactly where this blob is that we're now. So technically, 5 days from now, we could have a little dot maybe if he can escape all that dust. So anyway, here's climatology for the end of June. And so again, that's where we're looking. Go to July. I think this is when we'll start to see our first sign. There we go. So July 1 through 10, look, now we're starting to see more Atlantic activity farther out. So 1st of July, seasonally, is when we start to see more positive. Then we get into, end of July, really starts to see them. And then August comes around, it's like freaking, it's on. Look at that. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Cindy, what's up? Peace. We are Turin Central here. Not sure where that's at. All right, I'm going to read what everybody's saying real quick, and then we'll sign off. Tropical cyclone climatology. Bingo. Was that a new word? Hey Casper, I don't know, 64. I keep hearing 2005. I don't know. I saw a few people comparing this year to 2005 as far as things, but haven't really got good at that. Comparing weather patterns. So something I gotta look more into maybe. What else is cooking? Katie, what's up? Popcorn. Dawn, Hilton Head, Raise You. Oh, you guys are playing bingo, poker, tourist sections. Hey, Bobby, there you go. 2005. Yeah, so all right. That's about it. I will do some storm chasing again today. But that was pretty cool with Louie. And see anything else I can show real quick. High seas forecast, not anything brewing as far as wave heights go. So if Christopher Columbus was sailing across the sea, he'd have nice smooth waters. He didn't have these maps back in the day. So how'd they do it? Marathon next week. I don't see anything long range, any weather patterns long range right now. Obviously this time of year everything's popcorn storms. I mean, it's South Florida today and tomorrow. The next couple days, we got this big low pressure system spinning. So the next couple days, South Florida is going to get a little more activity. We showed the water spout threat is high for South Florida. But there's a good cool map. We can look at water vapor here, kind of see what we're looking at. This is the cinnamon bun map on Weather Nerds. Stickers. Oh, Katie, that would be cool. I need to. That would be awesome. So I need to put my kid to work. That's what I would do. That could be a perk. Like Emily can mail them out to everybody. I need to give that girl a job. Air Force brat. Yeah, my dad was Air Force in the Patrick's Air Force Base, and he actually drove a lot of the original astronauts to and from the Air Force Base. So that was pretty cool. He told me some stories. So yeah, Central Florida. Florida's good. Look at this dry. See this dry air? Look at that. If you go from I-4 north right now, if you step outside, you can definitely feel the coolness in the air. It's drier. Look at that's dry air spinning in. Look at that. It's so awesome. And here's that backside pushing up. So this is that. And then we're gonna have this little low develop right here, and it's gonna start spinning. And we're gonna have a couple more days of Atlantic rains pushing into into Carolinas. So there you go. Yeah, the coolest water spout ever was Oldsmar water spout. We had one that went viral. I saw it from our house and took a picture of the kids. I wonder if I could do Mike's weather page. I wonder if it would come up. You can find anything on Google. Mike's weather page. There it is right there. No privacy. So here's that same water spout. So that was in 2013. We just got out of the pool, And we had the boat in the driveway. So the kids were taking a shower. I remember it was around 6 o'clock at night. And I was out there washing the boat. And it was really quiet. And I looked over. I'm like, holy crap. Look at this thing. So I went and got the kids. Emmy, look at her. She was, that was, what year is today? 20. That was 7 years ago. So she was 14 minus 7 is 7. And Sarah was 3, 4. So look at that. So anyway, there's that one. But the actual, the picture of the water spout that was made famous was this guy. Look at that sucker. So this is all over the world, this picture here. And it spiraled up into the clouds. And it was crazy. Look at all these pictures, man. Look at that. And it was real. So that was a fun memory. For sure. That was my only water spout I ever saw. And I didn't even see it on the water. It was so big, man. Everybody in Tampa was talking about it. It was just like the craziest thing ever, man. It was like, look at this sucker, man. Crazy. And it actually caused a little damage once it went ashore. So anyway, cool beans. All right. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, look at that, Krim. You got more rain coming, unfortunately. Let's look at some updated rain mounts. Hey, Joey. Sorry, buddy. You didn't miss much. It's raining in the Carolinas and Virginia. That's the only weather right now. And South Florida. So I got to post them on South Florida. South Florida is going to have some storms tonight because it's on the leading edge of that spinach, upper level, low spinach. So let's take a look at rains to come. So unfortunately, through Thursday morning, even Friday morning, it's going to be out here by Thursday night. But here's estimated rain to come, and unfortunately, anything white 7-8 inches predicted. So pretty much big chunk of Virginia, most of central eastern Carolina, even some more in South Carolina. You're going to get 2, 3, 4 inches through the week still to come. Some of these totals might be counting in today, but still, overall, big rains coming. And GFS showing similar. In fact, GFS shows this, which is very possible. We could get a rain train set up. You know, once our low takes shape Tuesday, Wednesday, we could get some periods of rain pushing up from the Atlantic to watch. So that's always a possibility. So that, you know, if GFS is staying a little higher, but general same area, right? Eastern northern part of South Carolina and most of Carolina, eastern North Carolina, southern Virginia. So even the official National Weather Service map showing 6, 7, 8 inches here along outer portions of Carolina. This is official NWS forecast. So anyway, the Keys the next couple of days, Karen, definitely rain chances are up down that way because of our system here spinning. You kind of see it here. So we're going to have increased instability down south here the next couple of days. It's very spotty. You know, isolated, which is good. There's still, you're going to start getting into that dry air. But definitely today, there's going to be some instability down in the Keys and Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. As we take a look here, let's see if we can. So this is, this is tonight. Keys are going to be all right, I think. I don't know. It's very spotty. One thing about the Keys, they're kind of protected by the water sometimes. And, I don't know. Keys might be all right. Just generally speaking, South Florida through today for sure, and a little bit into tomorrow. So could get a little bit tomorrow, tonight, but things dry out, so a little bit tomorrow. So maybe a little bit today and tomorrow, maybe a little bit, but nothing showing too bad. They're really more focused on the peninsula itself this evening for any storm. So anyway, Joey, last hurricane in Tampa, I think was what 30 or Tampa 20s or something. It was in October 1921, October 20th, late season, October hurricane. Look at that. That was 1921. Where were you in 1921? Now you could technically say Gene and Francis got close, but that was the landfalling hurricane. And of course, there was a lot of storm surge in the 20s. Flooding at the St. Pete Yacht Club. Look at that. They had a yacht club in the 20s, man. They were. Look at that. Old pictures. I love old pictures. Tropical storm sweeps city. Property damage may reach $5 million. 2 men die. Rumor Paso Grill wiped out. Property loss at $5 million. 2 known dead. Waterfront of sea of debris. Sunken ships. St. Pete Tuesday was the worst tropical storm in the history of the West Coast, striking about 3 o'clock in the morning, lasting till late afternoon, unroofing hundreds of hotels, apartment homes. Pretty interesting. So there you go. Cool. Let's hope not, Cindy. You were at the 7th grade in 1921, Aaron. Sheila, thanks to you. Pastor Grill gone. All right. All good. All right. Well, listen. Sounds good. I'll upload this up to YouTube. Not a lot to worry about. So we'll enjoy our break with the diehards until the next thing. So we'll do it tomorrow. We'll see what the weather. We'll talk about the weather and whatever else. Cool. All right. Well, that's it. Be good. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll go for another round of coffee. See it.